Let us continue with chapter 6, and I promise you it's going to get better. Okay, let's begin. Oh, well, I didn't even look where I was on the page. Yes. This is too much for Pooh. Stay here, he called to Eeyore as he turned and hurried back home as quick as he could, for he felt that he must get poor Eeyore a present of some sort at once, and he could always think of a proper one afterwards. Outside his house, he found Piglet jumping up and down trying to reach the knocker. Hello, Piglet, he said. This is a very cute image. Who? Ernest H. Shepard is the one who did all the drawings, and they're just fantastic. Hello, Pooh, said Piglet. What are you trying to do? I was trying to reach the knocker, said Piglet. I just came round. Let me do it for you, said Pooh kindly. So he reached up and knocked on the door. I've just seen Eeyore, he began, and poor Eeyore is in a very sad condition because it's his birthday, and nobody has taken any notice of him, and he's very gloomy. You know what Eeyore is. And there he was. What a long time whoever lives here is answering this door. And he knocked again. But Pooh, said Piglet, it's your house. Oh, said Pooh. So it is, he said. Well, let's go in. So in they went. The first thing Pooh did was go to the cupboard and see if he had quite a small jar of honey left. And he had, so he took it down. I'm giving this to Eeyore, he explained. As a present. What are you going to give? Couldn't I give it too? Said Piglet. From both of us? No, said Pooh. That would not be a good plan. All right then, I'll give him a balloon. I've got one left for my party. I'll go and get it now, shall I? That, Piglet, is a very good idea. It is just what Eeyore wants to cheer him up. Nobody can be uncheered with a balloon. So off Piglet trotted, and in the other direction went Pooh with his jar of honey. It was a warm day and he had a long way to go. He hadn't gone more than a half step when a sort of funny feeling began to creep all over him. It began at the tip of his nose and took it all the way to the sole of his feet. It was just as something inside him was saying, Now, Pooh, time for a little something. Dear, dear, said Pooh, I don't know if it was late as that. So he sat down, took off the top of the jar of honey. Lucky I brought this with me, he thought. Many a bear going on a warm day like this would never have thought of bringing a little something with him. And he began to eat. Now let me see, he thought, as he took his last lick inside the jar. Where was I going? Ah, yes, Eeyore. Then he got up slowly. And then, suddenly he remembered, he had eaten Eeyore's birthday present. Bother, said Pooh. What shall I do? I must give him something. For a little while he couldn't think of anything. Then he thought, well, it's a very nice pot, and even if there's no honey in it, and if I wash it clean and got somebody to write a happy birthday on it, Eeyore could keep things in it, which might be useful. So as he was just passing the 100-acre wood, he went inside to call an owl who lived there. Good morning, Owl, he said. Good morning, Pooh, said Owl. Many happy returns of Eeyore's birthday, said Pooh. Oh, is that what it is? What are you giving him, Owl? What are you giving him, Pooh? I'm giving him a useful pot to keep things in, and I wanted to ask you, is this it? Said Owl, taking it out of Pooh's paw. Yes, and I wanted to ask you, somebody has been keeping honey in it, said Owl. You can keep anything in it, said Pooh earnestly. It's very useful like that. And I wanted to ask you, you ought to write happy birthday on it, said Owl. That is what I wanted to ask you, said Pooh. Because my spelling is wobbly, it's a good spelling but it wobbles, and the letters are in the wrong places. Would you write a happy birthday on it for me? It's a nice pot, said Owl, looking it all around. Couldn't I give it too, from the both of us? No, said Pooh, that would not be a good idea. Now I'll just wash it first, and then you can write on it. Well, he washed the pot out and dried it, while Owl licked the end of his pencil and wondered how to spell birthday. Wonderful little picture of Owl. Can you read, Pooh? He asked a little anxiously. There's a notice about knocking and ringing outside my door, which Christopher Robin wrote. Could you read it? Christopher Robin told me what it said, and then I could. Oh, well, I'll tell you what this says, and then they'll be able to. So Owl wrote, and this is what he wrote. Hippy pappy sis-d. Pooh looked on admiringly. I'm just saying a happy birthday, said Owl carelessly. It's a nice long one, said Pooh, very much impressed by it. Well, actually, of course, I'm saying a very happy birthday with love from Pooh. Naturally, it takes a good deal of pencil to say such long things like that. Oh, I see, said Pooh. While all this was happening, Piglet had gone back to his own house to get Eeyore's balloon. He held it very tightly against himself so that it wouldn't blow away, and ran as fast as he could get to Eeyore before Pooh did, for he thought that if he could just like to be the first one to get a present, just as if he had thought of it all along without being told by anybody. And running along and thinking how pleased Eeyore would be, he didn't look where he was going, and suddenly he put his foot in a rabbit hole, fell down flat on his face. Bang! Piglet lay there wondering what had happened. At first he thought the whole world had blown up, and then he thought perhaps only the forest part had. Then he thought perhaps only he had, and then he was now alone in the moon or something, now alone in the moon or somewhere, and would never again see Christopher Robin or Pooh or Eeyore again. And then he thought, well, even if I'm on the moon, I needn't be face downwards all the time. So he cautiously got up and looked around him. He was still in the forest. Well, that's funny, he thought. I wonder what that bang was. I couldn't have made such a loud noise when falling down. Where's my balloon? And what's its small piece of damp rag doing? Alright. Oh my goodness, that was fantastic. We're not quite done with the chapter yet, it's a very long chapter. But there's more to come. I love you dearly, Christy, and I'll talk to you soon. Sleep well, vegan lad. And dream sweetly. Good night. Oh, I missed the button.